Premiership this season. Alex Ferguson brings the big guns back. He makes 3 changes to the side that lost to West Ham. Ruud van Nistelrooij and Saber Verón both rested play, and Laurent Blanc returns following his broken nose. But David Beckham still has to be content with a place on the substitutes bench, although he is still carrying a slight back injury. Out go Philip Neville, who drops to the bench. So too does Dwight Yorke. There's no place in the 16 for Luke Chadwick or Andy Cole.
Well, it's more or less team as close to it makes no difference, Steve. The team that played against Boavista and gave a great performance. 4 midfield players playing in midfield, and sometimes you just wonder, will they get a little bit of width there? But I think Manchester United will be expecting Mikel Silvestre certainly down the left-hand side to create the width. But it's nice to see 2 men up front, Ollie and Van Nistelrooij, so hopefully we'll get some goals from them.
Now Colin Todd, following a victory over his former club Bolton in the previous match, will have wanted to field a winning side again. He's denied that with the injuries to his skipper Darryl Powell and also his goalkeeper Mark Poom, who made his Premiership debut on this ground. They're both out injury, Poom with a finger injury and Powell with a hamstring pull. So that means a first Premiership start of the season in midfield to young Adam Boulder, signing from Hull City, and Andy Oakes comes in for another game in goal.
Well, they'll certainly play with 5 at the back, Steve, 5 across the back line and 3 midfield, 2 up front. It's nice to see Danny Higginbotham back at Old Trafford. He'll be out to prove something. I think it's a very serious blow for them, Poom not playing, because I think he's one of the better goalkeepers in the English game.
Well, this fixture last season was party time with the Championship in the bag, and Derby's victory kept them in the Premiership. When the fixtures were produced this season, very, very few people would have even suggested what an important night it would be for Manchester United. 15 games gone, won only 6 and already lost 6 against the Derby side in the bottom 3, who've lost their last 5 away from home. It didn't look a particularly important fixture back in August, but in recent times it suddenly takes on a great deal of importance, both for morale and for confidence. And the start tonight, so important to eradicate the nerves that have been clear to everyone in the last 3 or 4 Premiership outings. Back-to-back defeats at home in the Premiership for the first time since the Premiership began. A return to winning ways so vital tonight. This is Mawéné for Derby. They do get forward in numbers. Carbone, picked up by Verón, and now Scholes.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's been lacking in United is the competitive spirit, Steve. I think probably that's with a lack of confidence sometimes when you're not winning games. So let's hope we can get that tonight.
This is Gary Neville, who's back in the right-back position tonight to allow Laurent Blanc return to action. This is Van Nistelrooij against Higginbotham. And he did well to get it on target from that angle. And Andy Oakes, who's in the Derby goal tonight, replacing the injured Mark Poom, will be thankful of an early gather.
Yes, goalkeepers playing their first games always like to get a good touch of the ball early on. I mean, it wasn't a save or anything like that, so you'd be looking to do something more like that. But that's one of the situations United have got to try and get at as a young goalkeeper that's not played many games.
It's only his 6th start in the Premiership this season. Andy Oakes, Mark Poom has had injury problems prior to tonight. Danny Higginbotham returning to the club that gave him such a good education as a youngster. Pierre Ducrocq, the Frenchman, out on that right-hand side, and that's comfortable for Fabien Barthez. The fans have played their part in recent weeks in trying times. They've started off noisily as well. They might have something to cheer about here. It's Van Nistelrooij going for goal. Just got underneath it. Solskjær had made the decoy run. And the man who has got 11 goals in 18 League and Champions League games couldn't get it on target.
Well, you've got to have a shot, haven't you? The goalkeeper's made a good run, Ollie, but to be fair, nobody had picked him up. But he still took a defender with him.
Van Nistelrooij scored twice in his last appearance at Old Trafford. That was in the Champions League against Boavista. That game was hugely important. Similar performance and result would be most welcome this evening. Fabrizio Ravanelli with the captain's armband on for Derby tonight, in the absence of Darryl Powell. Carbone fouled, said our official tonight, incidentally, who's Mark Halsey from Welwyn Garden City. And Carbone, with several layers on against the cold, has won the free kick.
Well, there's a little bit of doubt whether it was a free kick. Sometimes you think sometimes foreign players come to this country, they can't go down quick enough. I mean, that's not a free kick, is it? I wouldn't give it.
Made the most of it, that's for sure.
I think he'd lost the ball, Steve.
Ravanelli normally be behind these free kicks, but not behind this one. Plenty of options in the penalty area. It is to be Ravanelli, though. Struck the legs of Scholes. And the offside flag is up against Carbone. Certainly packed against the cold tonight, Benito Carbone, isn't it?
Yes. Well, you expect that sometimes. We all think in this country when people wear gloves or wear double jersey that it's a bit girlish looking, but when you're used to hot weather, it's not.
Verón has found Gary Neville. Plenty waiting for the cross. Verón once more. Keane has come wide on this occasion to try and find Butt. All away by Riggott. Only as far as Verón. Just lost his footing. That's a goal kick to Derby.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. He made a little bit of room for himself to get the ball across, but the conditions beating him. He's a bit unfortunate here. Little jigging comes down the line, and I mean, that's a great little dummy, but the surface defeats him.
Verón, 12th Premiership start tonight. He has 4 goals, averaging a goal every 3 games in the Premiership in his United career. It's a good, strong and fair challenge by Nicky Butt. And Nistelrooij was fouled right in front of the referee. 5 goals in 10 Premiership appearances prior to tonight, averaging a goal every other game. Silvestre. Solskjær took it down brilliantly. That is a magnificent finish from Ole Gunnar Solskjær, and just the start the reigning champions wanted and needed. 5.5 minutes in, the smiles are back on the faces, and Manchester United have the early lead they so badly required.
Well played, Ole. If a United team needed a goal, they certainly needed it at this moment in time to give them that little bit of a lift. You can see the joy in their face. It's a wonderful ball in from Silvestre. Great ball, beats everybody. Controls it tremendously well, Ole, because it's quite high, the ball. I mean, it's a great cook ball, gets in behind the defence, and he pulls it down well, Ole, and well, he ain't going to miss from there. What a great start for United.
Just what the doctor ordered. His 6th of the season, his 4th in the Premiership. And let's just hope that that settles them down. Just what Derby didn't want, of course. The dive from Ravanelli.
Right in front of the referee, Steve. They're very apt to do it, and I can't understand why referees more and more shouldn't take people's names for it.
Verón, then Scholes. Real urgency about United's play now. Pierre Ducrocq. Nicky Butt.
Yes, it is a free kick. It's a lovely ball by Nicky.
Old Trafford has the volume raised once more.
Well, a big lift for the team, Steve. Big lift for everybody in the ground. The way things have been going of late.
Now is Verón going to go for goal here? He's trying to pick out Keane instead. As far as Butt. Scholes with a good leap. Solskjær was in there again. He got hurt in trying to connect with that ball. And that's a good challenge by Gary Neville. Goal side of Zavagno.
Well, just a little clash it was, Steve. He's went for a ball that he wasn't going to win anyway, but he got hurt in the act, Ole.
Malcolm Christie, scorer here last season, of course, to keep Derby in the Premiership. Away by O'Shea. And then by Silvestre. This is much better from Manchester United. They're on to Solskjær. The Argentinian again. He will have come up against Fabrizio Ravanelli, of course, plenty of times in Serie A, both former Lazio players, teammates too. It's Ducrocq, and he's found Zavagno. Ravanelli. Well, that goal has given real urgency to United's play. Headed by Blanc to the goal scorer, Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Chris Riggott, highly rated, England under-21 international, to Ravanelli, to Mawéné. That's not a bad ball. Towards Zavagno. Well cut out by John O'Shea.
That ball had to be cut out by John O'Shea. Ravanelli was right behind him.
Keane to Van Nistelrooij. Has Keane a lot of space out of that left-hand side. It's gone right to Solskjær instead. And Keane might still be there. And Keane is there. And it's 2-0 to Manchester United. The skipper's first goal in the Premiership since February. His first of the season. And that gives United an early 2-goal cushion.
Well, what a wonderful ball in from Ole Solskjær. That's what Roy's acknowledging there. Gives him a little pat in the head. It's a wonderful ball from Ole. Plays it in behind the defence to the back post. He knows Roy's there. Roy's been there for ages. Thank you very much. Just watch this ball in, Steve. It's an absolute beauty to the far post. In the back of all the defence. Nothing the defence can do about it. And Roy there. Alex will be a little bit happier. So will everybody in the stadium except the Derby fans.
Shell-shocked. 2 down inside 10 minutes. It's the dream start as far as United are concerned. And Roy Keane, who'd gone 8 months in the Premiership without a goal. The last time he scored was in the 6-1 demolition of Arsenal here. And I'll tell you what, the start they've made, there might be a similar scoreline tonight.
Well, they have. They've started off rich vein of form. Very competitive, Steve. I think that's the important thing about tonight. Very competitive start.
And Nistelrooij, lovely skill. There's Verón behind him if he needs him. He didn't need him, and it was cut out by Riggott in the end.
Yeah, young Riggott there, good little player. He'll not be happy with the way things have started for Derby tonight.
Normal service has been resumed. And Nistelrooij got a touch. Scholes on the volley. Couldn't quite keep it down.
Yeah, just an awkward little bounce for Paul. And when the ball comes in, it just bounced a little bit awkwardly for Paul Scholes here. They can't really get behind it, and the direction's not great, and over the bar.
Had that league goal at Arsenal, which looked to be setting United onto something special. That's his only goal so far. It's his 12th league start tonight. Here he is again, trying to find Butt, whose last goal in the Premiership came against Derby in the fixture at Pride Park last season, 13 months ago. He'd scored in the Champions League since then, but his last Premiership goal against the Rams. Here he is again. Silvestre. It's an interesting one from Saber Verón.
I don't think it was intended, Steve, like that. I think he intended to find one of the United players.
Banging Higginbotham on his return to Old Trafford. Part of a defence that conceded 2 inside 5 minutes. It's a Derby County free kick. Christie, the man foul. Well, actually, he got out of the way before Scholes had arrived there. Malcolm Christie, who is a big Manchester United fan. His parents are here watching him tonight.
Yes, they are. They're over a meal before the game. I don't think they'll be enjoying it at the moment.
This is Adam Boulder, his first Premiership start of the season, in for Darryl Powell, who was ruled out with a hamstring injury tonight. Christie. Zavagno to Ravanelli. Carbone is square of him. And O'Shea watched that all the way.
Well, that's a free kick, referee. You've been very lenient there at United.
Verón asking a lot of Nicky Butt. Zavagno instead. Christie can't keep it in. Has he won the corner? The linesman wasn't sure for a moment. He has given the corner kick.
I'm not so sure it was. I thought it had gone out. Not me to make the decision.
Well, Derby have struggled badly to score goals this season. Only 11 in the Premiership. And Fabrizio Ravanelli has 7 of those. He'll be the main target from this corner. It was over him though. Very comfortable for Fabian Barthez. Looking for his 3rd clean sheet of the season in the Premiership. Higginbotham got a nasty blow to the head there, unintentionally from Ruud van Nistelrooij.
Yes, he did. It was unintentionally, but your referee's got to stop the game straight away. Let's hope. Oh, there's a cut there, Danny. He's got a cut in his head. I think maybe the stud just caught him, Steve. We'll see it here. He dives in, he gets the ball. He just tries to get out the road, but I think it's his right foot just scrapes the top of his head, and if it's a stud, that's like a knife, cuts you straight away.
That will be some stitches in the head of Danny Higginbotham, who I was speaking to before kick-off, still keeps a very close eye on what's happening at Old Trafford. And indeed, he was asking me what is happening at Old Trafford. He's a big United fan, and so too his family. And recently become a father as well, Danny Higginbotham.
He's all right, thank heaven.
And he was always a tough character when he was at Old Trafford. And he started once in the Premiership. That was against Leicester City when he played very well. Never got the chance after that before his £2 million move to Derby County. Oakes with the free kick for the visitors. Silvestre with the header. Well, Derby have had a dreadful record on the road. Lost their last 5. They've taken only 1 point from 18. They've had an away win all season. 2 down inside quarter of an hour at Old Trafford. Verón. And Nistelrooij leaves it for Keane. He's found Silvestre. Keane in with a strong challenge. Now there's free square of Scholes. Silvestre has given him an option outside of him too. This is Van Nistelrooij. And now Carbone. On loan to Derby from Bradford City, of course. It's O'Shea and Christie. John O'Shea shows good strength.
Yeah, and good awareness as well, Steve, for a young fella. Well played, John.
The manager was saying to me before the game that it was a different kind of test for him tonight. They've clearly done enough against West Ham to make the manager stick with him. There's always an option to play Gary Neville in the centre and Phil Neville at full-back. It's a big boost to John O'Shea to be given another chance.
Well, he played very well on Saturday. He was one of the fellas on Saturday, you could say, probably done very well indeed. Well, he's got the ability, John. He's going to get a chance by the looks of it with Wes Brown been out for some time.
Carbone for Derby. Ducrocq tries to find Boulder. Blanc was in with the strong challenge. Solskjær has seen Nicky Butt continue his run. And he was looking for Van Nistelrooij. Well, when he was in, and this is Carbone. Blanc had read that situation without too many difficulties. Now Keane, is only Van Nistelrooij really up with him. Solskjær is an option on the right edge here. Former United player Danny Higginbotham did well, and then unfortunately couldn't prevent the corner.
Yeah, it's a good challenge by Danny. He's a little bit unlucky.
Saber Verón to take it. Ravanelli was a little casual there. This is Gary Neville. Might be another opportunity for Verón to get this one into the penalty area. Always tried the extremely cheeky, and it was just too strong for Gary Neville.
Well, it was a wonderful ball, wasn't it? Great imagination, this fella. You did foul him, Gary. You can't get away with it, son. Does well down to Higginbotham again here and get the ball. And Gary's legs just bring him down.
He's only missed taking part in one Premiership game so far this season, Gary Neville, whether it be from the start or as a substitute. Solskjær, scorer of the first goal, to Keane, scorer of the second. Cut out by Riggott. But those two early goals were certainly in the dream script, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly in the dream script, but it makes it even better if you can score a few more, because the more you get, the more confidence it gives you.
It really has settled United down, as we thought it might. That's Verón looking for Scholes. Very nearly found him. Very nearly got an opportunity. Second time round, Francois Grenet may well smile, but he got away with it.
He certainly does, and he knows it as well. It was a great ball. Everybody thought it was going to Paul Scholes. Be a happy man, Alex, the way things are going at the moment. I mean, I can't believe people moaning about his selection on Saturday, because that team on Saturday should still have beat West Ham, Steve.
No one was questioning it before the game, that's for sure. Hindsight is a wonderful thing in football. So Solskjær. And Nistelrooij brought down by Mawéné.
You know whose territory this is, don't you?
And Saber Verón hasn't got to fight the ball away from David Beckham tonight, of course.
Oh, there's no question about it being a free kick. It just tips the ball away there. Rudden is brought down, and nobody will be challenging Sebe for the ball, because he is going to hit it. You can bet your life on that.
Scored from an almost identical distance in the Premiership here against Bolton, of course, before things went horribly wrong that day. It was a stunning strike.
Danny Higginbotham knows that, because Danny's on the post. He's come off, but he would like to get back on that post.
And the Oaks will know all about Saber Verón. Can't always stop it, though. Conversation has taken place. And the Oaks is organising his wall. 4 so far this season. Verón got through the wall, and Oaks gathered at the first attempt.
Well, he's did well, the goalkeeper, as well, because sometimes when the ball comes off a surface, it's a bit damp. They can spill them. He didn't.
It was Ducrocq dispossessed. This is Verón now. Oh, he was trying to slide it through to Van Nistelrooij, and then he was trying to find Scholes. The manager was saying to me the other day, Paddy, the one thing about him, he'll never try and play a negative ball. Everything's in front of him.
No question about that. And he's a very adventurous player, isn't he? And there's the type of player that Manchester United fans love to watch. They love exciting players.
Here he is again. To Keane. Goal scorer tonight. Haven't said that since February in the Premiership. To Solskjær. Well, it was almost something out of nothing from Ole Gunnar Solskjær. That was on his left foot.
Well, you know, Ollie, when he gets in the box, don't you? There's only one thing in his mind, the back of the net. I mean, he does very well there. I think Grenet expects him to carry the ball. He doesn't. He just stops it and whacks it. They could easily fly in, and we know how easily they can fly in when this fella hits them.
Only his 6th Premiership start. Number 5 as substitute, and he already has 4 goals in the Premiership. An astonishing record over the years at Old Trafford. How many times have we said that about Ole Gunnar Solskjær? Halfway point in the first half. Just the sort of pattern of play and goals that Alex Ferguson and everyone connected with United would have wished and hoped for. Verón. Scholes did well. Here he is again, up against Mawéné, who's trying to find Solskjær. Just forced him a little wide. But he's got the free kick anyway.
Well, he's going to take down his name. He's a little bit unfortunate there, because I think it was, you get forward sometimes, got a final touch to the ball and they're stretching for it. Defenders make the challenge and they're just that split second too late, and Danny was that split second too late, and it makes the foul look a lot worse than it really is, and that's why he's been booked. A little bit harsh.
Well, unfortunately for Danny, after this game he starts a 2-match suspension, having accumulated 5 yellow cards. When he comes back, he'll already have 1 on his tally.
He just gets a little touch to that, and it just defeats Danny, and Danny can't stop. The surface makes him slide, and all it goes down, and it's a bit harsh, that, I think. It is a free kick, but not an end thing.
It's a dangerous position. Blanc is up. O'Shea is up there as well. It's towards the back post, and that was Scholes. And really, he will know from that way out, he should have made that 3-0.
I think he's hit it with his shoulder, Steve. I don't think he's headed it at all, Paul. He'll be very disappointed there when his ball comes in. He knows he should have scored, no question about that. I think it's his chest, shoulder, he doesn't get his head to it and just can't keep it down. He'll be very disappointed there, Paul.
Just will not go in for him at the moment. And a couple like that against West Ham as well.
Eventually. They will eventually.
Too strong for Verón. Ducrocq, who's on loan from Paris Saint-Germain in the heart of the Derby midfield, to Mawéné. A lovely skill from Silvestre.
Well, I think the big difference tonight, Steve, is the United passing's excellent.
They've held onto the ball as well, Paddy, haven't they?
Yeah, but the passing is very good, Steve. If your passing is good, you'll hold on. You're right, just as you say it.
Christie. Tricky little customer, Malcolm Christie. To Carbone. That was a hopeful effort from Ducrocq. 25-year-old. Wasn't really going to trouble Fabio Barthez from that distance. This is Higginbotham once more, who's adapted well to the left side of a back 3. Played all his football at Old Trafford in the left back position of a back 4, of course. At the time, couldn't displace Dennis Irwin or Mikel Silvestre, who'd just been signed. Here he is again. He's never present in the Premiership for Derby this season. Scholes to Solskjær, Van Nistelrooij, and this is much more like Manchester United. That isn't. And Barthez had to be alert and was alert, and it's cheeky too.
That was tremendous bit of play by the goalkeeper, wasn't it?
The Old Trafford faithful enjoyed that. Verón. He's been just about everywhere, and he's won the corner. Well, he's cost a total of 62 million in transfer fees throughout his career so far. On nights like tonight, you can certainly see why.
Doesn't faze him, does it? He's got great ability, no question about that.
It's not a bad ball either. Keane was up. This is Solskjær. Looking for a little bit of help, but was patient to find Scholes. Now he's going to strike one. He is, but he didn't catch it.
Tell you something, Steve, it nearly caught Mawéné. He couldn't go out the road of it. It never hit him, but nice little build-up. We know when Paul leaves this across, he's going to hit it, no question about that. But when he sticks out a leg, but it doesn't make connections. He's through his legs, dead ball.
Still no smiles, but I'm sure inside a great deal of satisfaction. Grenet for Derby. But back with a header. Got off relatively lightly from the skipper for that one. It's normally a lot more open, but maybe that's just a sign that they all look a little bit happier tonight in their body language.
I think certainly when you start off and get 2 goals quickly, it does help, Steve. But the unfortunate thing when you get 2 goals quickly, the fans look for more and want more.
And Nistelrooij, he always wants goals. And this fella's always capable of getting them. He's got 1 so far tonight, Solskjær. He was trying to pick out his fellow goal scorer, Keane. Carbone. No handball, said Mark Halsey. Quick feet from Solskjær. Derby just can't get near the ball at the moment. Verón. Neville is offering the width. And he's now offering the shooting opportunity for Keane!
Good save, goalkeeper. Well saved, goalkeeper. The referee's not giving the corner kick. He's did well, the kid. You make a save like that, you want him to give a corner kick. You hit this as well, Roy. That's a good save by the goalkeeper, but the referee doesn't see him. I think this is a smashing save by the goalkeeper, Steve. Gets it over the bar. If he doesn't get his hand to that, that's in the back of the net.
Randy Oakes kept 3 clean sheets in his first ever 3 games in the Premiership. Didn't have too much hope of one on his return to Premiership action at Old Trafford so far tonight. 2 goals in 5 minutes. Oh, handbags are out between Silvestre and Christie.
Yes, it was a case of handbags. Your mum and dad are watching you, Malcolm. You shouldn't do that, son. Well, it's nothing really.
Ravanelli. Verón. It was an awkward one for Fabien Barthez to deal with, which he dealt with it. This is Pierre Ducrocq. Christie was onside, couldn't bring it under control. Pierre Ducrocq, who's through the ranks at Paris Saint-Germain. On a year-long loan at Derby County. His fellow Frenchman, though, not troubled. Boulder to Higginbotham. Derby just trying to get some sort of passing movement going. Higginbotham is asking a lot of Grenet. Too much. Verón. Now Scholes. Neville. Oh, it was neither too Keane or Van Nistelrooij, really. It's picked up by Carbone. This is Grenet again. Colin Todd's only signing since taking over from Jim Smith. £3 million he cost from Bordeaux. Played against United in the Champions League a couple of years ago. O'Shea with the foot in. Laurent Blanc high up the field. Scholes has Verón in support.
The passing's really so much better, Steve. As I say that, Paul gives it away, but that doesn't matter. I mean, the passing's been excellent from United.
They've won it back though. This is Keane. Driving forward, Keane. Slacked a little bit of support there. Mawéné was able to come in, but Keane was right back at him. And then compose it from John O'Shea.
Well played, John O'Shea.
Silvestre with the early ball in, almost found for Van Nistelrooij. Higginbotham had to be quickly across.
That was another great ball in, Steve. As you said, the quickness of it defeated everybody.
It's gone Derby's way. Well, this is such a pleasant contrast to recent weeks.
Well, there's a lot more competitiveness in there, Steve. A lot better pass. The passing's excellent. That's the thing that's most important.
Silvestre, who's already made a couple of telling runs down that left-hand side. It's come to Butt. Keane again, who's got forward an awful lot, was the target. Higginbotham's header away. And then his clearance away. Laurent Blanc got a nudge in the back there from Malcolm Christie. His 9th Premiership start for United tonight, Laurent Blanc.
I mean, he plays the ball, Verón, and he can't get it back quick enough, can he?
Gets it back there from Keane.
But that shows you when players are enjoying themselves, Steve, and they want the ball all the time.
Van Nistelrooij. Verón has picked out Gary Neville with such ease. Gary Neville was trying to pick out one of those red shirts in the penalty area.
Yeah, good bit of football from United.
He managed to get a ball into the penalty area there, easily for Blanc. There's a bit of space here for Silvestre. Well, that was ambitious, to say the least, from Mikel Silvestre.
Yeah, it was. Laurent Blanc had kept on running. He was on the penalty spot, expecting the cross. But Mikel likes to shoot, but can't keep it down.
And at 36, when you make a run into the penalty area, you'd quite like the ball as well, wouldn't you?
You don't get happy when the ball doesn't come in, do you? You've got to run all the way back.
United beaten 3 times already in the Premiership at home this season. Very uncharacteristic. They lost only twice the entire season of last year's campaign, and one of those was to Derby, of course, when it mattered not, when they were receiving the Premiership Championship. The manager now thinks that's out of their reach. Confidence and self-belief had to be retained tonight. And so far, so good. 8 minutes before half-time. Carbone has found Grenet, the 26-year-old. Well cut out by Silvestre.
Yeah, good defending by Mikel, and it had to be. Christie was in behind him. Good block.
The passing between the 4 midfield players has been intriguing. None of them have really stayed in a set position. They've really made Derby work hard to get any kind of ball back. Here they come again, looking for Solskjær. And Danny Higginbotham, the former United player, was across with a very good challenge.
Had to be as well, Steve. It was a great challenge. I think Ollie would have made it 4-3 there.
Verón. Just one too many on that occasion from Saver Verón. But the 4 midfield players...
Well, they're all good passes, Steve.
And the
they're all
movement
good
as
passes
well.
The ball, they move off the ball well. Keep possession very well. I mean, this is a wonderful bit of football there. The little ball by Paul Scholes onto Van Nistelrooij, and I mean, Danny Higginbotham's made a great challenge here. That was number 3. I mean, it's nice to see Paul Scholes out there enjoying himself as well.
Well, he sets incredibly high standards, as they all do, by Paul's own admission. Like the rest of the team, hasn't reached them yet this season. He looks more like himself than his old self out there at the moment.
Steve, you're talking about living United players, maybe more than that, are all a bit hurt by the way the results have gone at the moment. And now you want to rectify that as soon as possible. Don't like getting beat when you're a player.
And they've never been beaten so often in a Premiership season. Not used to it. As Paddy says, don't like it. Carbone. To Grenet. Fabrizio Ravanelli, the Middlesbrough player, of course. Zavagno. Away by Keane. And Higginbotham. Trying to pick out Ravanelli. Good defending by Mikel Silvestre. Just getting goal side. O'Shea has found Van Nistelrooij. And these two have linked up well, Van Nistelrooij and Solskjær, in this first half. It's Solskjær who has the goal, but Van Nistelrooij has done a lot of running up there.
Oh, he'll be intending getting on the mark as well, Steve. He's not going to be happy with everybody else scoring on him, not.
Verón. Well, 2 or 3 games ago they were doing that and it wasn't coming off.
Well, I think sometimes when you get a couple of goals, Steve, that gives your confidence such a big lift.
Clearly evident that that's coming back by the minute out there at the moment. Scholes, he wants a goal. He's disguising the shot to try and pick out Gary Neville. It's 3-on-2 in United's favour. And well done, John O'Shea.
Oh, well done, son. I thought tonight would have been a harder task for him, but he's come through it so well at the moment.
Danny Higginbotham used to train with most of these players day in, day out. Travelled with them as well. He was, of course, part of the squad that went to Brazil for the inaugural World Cup Championships. He's playing on a final game as well. He knows most of these players inside out. You know them even more now at 2-0 down. Ravanelli to Zavagno, the Argentinian with an Italian passport. Van Nistelrooij. Keane is right up ahead of him. So too is Scholes, and that was just a bit too strong for him.
Oh, he's annoyed with himself. Rudd waves his hand in the air. He knows he should have done better.
O'Shea had to watch that head down from Blanc, but he did.
Yeah, he's done well again, John O'Shea.
16 years, Blanc's junior. The 13th different central defensive partnership United this season. Solskjær. Silvestre, lovely first touch. Not a bad second or third either. And his fourth one was almost too strong. It needed Mawéné's intervention.
Well, good thing about him, Steve, when you've got no natural winger down that side and you have 4 midfield players, it allows him a lot of room down that flank to have a run at defenders and get the ball into the box, and just the defender got his toe to that one. Well, the player getting booked for what?
I think it was a challenge earlier on Solskjær when the referee played
yes,
the
it
advantage
was.
use.
Yes, you're right, Steve. He did. All he got a severe bang, and well done, referee.
Pierre Ducrocq is a yellow card. Silvestre again, in towards Solskjær. Keane drills it across, and Higginbotham, not for the first time, gets it clear. Verón. He was trying the spectacular as always. Still not clear, though. Van Nistelrooij. Lovely play. Plenty waiting for the cross. Didn't go in on that occasion. This is much better. But Verón popping up on the left-hand side. Got the angle for the shot or the cross. Mawéné's header away.
Wicked ball goes in if it goes past the first man. Repeat myself again, Steve, the pass has been excellent.
Silvestre has found Keane. Magnificent play from the skipper. And that came off Van Nistelrooij in the end. 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. I'm sure Todd will be delighted it's only 2.
He'll be delighted when the half-time whistle goes. I think a few of the Derby players will be as well, because it's been very one-sided so far.
And 11 victories in 45 attempts over the years at Old Trafford. Not got near that so far tonight. This is Solskjær. Now Gary Neville. Back to the Norwegian. Blanc has done well to find Verón. And passing, again, you only have to admire. Oh, fantastic from Keane. Absolutely fantastic. Well, for large parts of this Premiership season so far, United have not been the team recognised by everyone for large parts of it. Tonight, they look like the United of old. And this is now Van Nistelrooij. And Derby are throwing men in desperation in front of the ball. That was Riggott with the block that time. And Barthez won the corner. But there isn't going to be time for it. That is the half-time whistle. And 45 minutes that this time sees the fans get to their feet and applaud. It's the Manchester United of old out there. Normal service has been resumed for the first 45. And that man will be delighted with the response of his players. He questioned their hunger, he asked for their desire to be shown, and when Ole Gunnar Solskjær scored inside 5 minutes from a Mikael Silvestre cross, it was a fantastic start. And when the skipper Roy Keane scored his first goal since February in the Premiership 4 minutes later to make it 2-0, it really did settle them down. Since then, the manager has seen the passing return, the self-belief return, and it is all back to a much more recognisable script at half-time at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Derby County 0. No changes from either side at the interval. Derby, who've lost their last 5 on their travels, have an enormous task to stop United returning to winning ways. But United already have 2 goals. They will look to add to that tally to increase the self-belief as they look to try and get the Premiership ship back on course. Rarely troubled in the first half. And one of the options for Todd is the former Manchester City midfielder, Georgie Kinkladze, who's amongst the substitutes tonight.
Well, I know they're leading 2-0, Steve, but you don't want the game to finish 2-0 because that would be a very disappointing result. You want this game, hopefully, United to score another couple.
Gary Neville looking for Van Nistelrooij. Tried to get round Riggott. Still Van Nistelrooij. Riggott conceded the corner.
Well, he was looking for it there. Really wasn't to try and get by 2 defenders in the dead ball line, but he's won the corner.
Which is taken short to Gary Neville. Good ball in. It's Riggott again with the header away. Gary Neville's seen a lot of ball. Right, Mikael Silvestre down the left-hand side, which is important when his 4 midfielders play. There he is again with a cross. But Scholes with a volley. And that was the outstretched leg of Andy Oakes that denied the United midfielder.
Yeah, great strike by Paul. Desperate to get a goal. Goalie did very well to save that one.
Silvestre again. It's a lovely touch from Scholes. He might get it back, that's where it was intended. He still might have a go.
Yeah, I think he used his hand right in front of the referee and the linesman. Desperate to get that strike at goal, Paul. It just runs up his arm. Good ball, it's a great strike by Paul Scholes. The way he keeps it down. Got to give the goalkeeper credit for that. Well, he does well here, as I say. Great strike. Well done, goalkeeper.
Silvestre foul. He's done well again tonight, Mikel Silvestre, hasn't he? Getting forward.
Well, he's a good player, Steve, I think. An important player in this system to get down the line. And he's very, very quick. Looks up for it tonight as well.
Mawéné's header for Derby, whose sorry record of 1 point from 18 in their travels doesn't look like improving in any way, shape or form. I certainly hope it doesn't anyway. United in complete control in the first half. Have it with Blanc. Keane. Space for Butt. And the ball was towards Van Nistelrooij, which he applauds, the Dutchman. Grenet to Benito Carbone, who's yet to score for Derby on loan from Bradford City. Grenet once more. Now Ravanelli. At least something for United to deal with. And Gary Neville concedes the corner.
Very awkward ball for Gary, but Gary's got only one thing in his mind. I'm going to get out the box and put it for a corner kick. Good little ball in from Ravanelli. As I say, Gary's got to get well down, and all he's intending is getting out the box, quite rightly.
Adam Boulder in his first Premiership start of the season. 21-year-old to take the corner. It's not a bad one either. It was a good header away by Keane. And then the long-range effort again from Ducrocq, comfortable for Barthez. And he's found Van Nistelrooij straight away. His first touch let him down there, Van Nistelrooij. And Derby recently lost by the only goal in their last away game at Newcastle. And Ravanelli had a penalty saved by Shea Given. Prior to that, in the northeast, they were hammered 5-1 at Steve McLaren's Middlesbrough, who of course are United's next opponents in the Premiership. They have conceded 15 goals already in just 6 games away from home. Even the substitute, Mr. Beckham, is smiling.
Well, David will be quite happy the way things are going as well.
And Nistelrooij's flick to Solskjær. The early ball from Gary Neville, which the United strikers hadn't anticipated. Grenet away to Ravanelli. Early ball looking for Christie, well watched by O'Shea, picked up by Carbone. It's the Italian once more. To Grenet. £3 million signing from Bordeaux. Ravanelli hadn't kidded Paul Scholes. Last time out in England, he scored against Derby for Middlesbrough in their FA Cup run. Brought in the summer, of course, from Lazio by Jim Smith. Silvestre off balance, made short. United will be looking for a positive start to the second period, just as they managed those 2 goals in 5 minutes in the first half. They've got a corner to defend.
Yeah, just a little mix-up between Paul and...
Quickly taken. Ducrocq. Flag is up. United had pushed up, and on that occasion they got that off to a tee.
Yes, I don't think there's any doubt it's a corner kick. 2 or 3 of them, or rather 2 or 3 of them offside. I'm talking about the corner kick earlier on, so it was offside.
Scholes. Ravanelli just nicked it away from Keane. Well, the 97th meeting in all competitions between these two. Not particularly memorable for Derby County so far, but just the scoreline United would have wanted. Looking for their 40th win over Derby over the years. Scholes. Verón. Gary Neville, who, like Silvestre, is being asked to do an awful lot of running up and down that right flank tonight. He's given it back to Verón. United's play rather squeezed in the central area at the moment. Verón trying to open it up. Now Keane driving forward from midfield. Cut out by Riggott. Confident play from Danny Higginbotham.
I think maybe United a little too many passes, and well, is David warming up? No, he's not.
It's a little too cold for him.
No, just United that last bit of play, too many passes. Sometimes we get a lot of the ball, Steve, you're up to make that one pass too many, when really a little bit sharper and you'll get through.
You're saying about 2-0, the longer it stays at 2-0, a little bit more frustrating. They need another goal to lift the second.
They need another couple of goals, I think, United, to keep everybody happy.
Scholes, he'd love a goal. Verón has picked out Butt. He hasn't scored for 13 months. It's Nicky Butt to Van Nistelrooij, and Oakes denies them again.
Good save by the goalkeeper. Nicky had 2 options, him or Paul Scholes. I mean, I think Paul Scholes might have been a better. It's a great ball straight to Nicky, but he gets in behind the defender. He's got Rude there, but if you just see Paul Scholes in the 18-yard line, nobody near him, screaming like his head off for the ball, but the goalie makes a good save.
Not for the first time tonight, Andy Oakes, who joined Derby in January of '95. £465,000 he cost. Still only 24, and he's never let Derby down when he's been called upon, as he was tonight, in the absence of Poom. Carbone again making sure that he's won the free kick, and he's also making sure that Scholes goes in the book.
Got a bit of a dramatic dive. He's saying, ref, it was nothing, and it was nothing. And when he comes in here, Paul, did you really touch him? He just catches his back leg, but nice little roll, makes it look worse than the referee thinks. Well, I'll take your name.
Well, Scholes, last time out against West Ham, received his 5th booking, which will mean a suspension, and when he comes back, he will start again with another yellow card under his belt already. It's too strong for Zavagno. Dion Burton amongst the Derby options. Silvestre takes on Grenet. Brilliant burst of pace from Mikel Silvestre. Good early ball, but it was behind both Van Nistelrooij and Solskjær, who both applaud the play by Mikel Silvestre.
Well, it was a great run by him, wasn't it? That's what we expected from all night, Steve, with 4 midfield players, that he's going to get down the line and get it across, but unfortunately didn't find anybody with that one.
Gary Neville and Nistelrooij. Wanted it back from Solskjær. He was fouled from behind.
Well, he's more than a defender, but he does catch his foot. Or did he?
Zavagno it was. Now O'Shea and Blanc are both in there, so too is Keane. And Verón is behind it. Every Derby player is back bar Carbone inside that penalty area. Verón to deliver. Could have gone anywhere, that one. Derby were thankful they were able to clear. Barthez is in the sweeper position once more. Ducrocq gives it away to Butt. That wasn't where it was intended, but Keane took over anyway. And he wants to get on with it, does get on with it, to Scholes. Van Nistelrooij has made the run. It's Van Nistelrooij. Tight angle. Solskjær! 3-0. His second of the night. United's third. Oaks could only parry. And the front two have linked them again. And it is smiles again at Old Trafford.
Well, it's the pass from Roy. And I can't believe he's been able to hit the target from the angle he was at, Rude. And a little ball in from Paul. I mean, the angle here is incredible, and how he gets the strike at goal. The goalie does tremendously well to stop it. But all is there, thank you very much. This is a great strike, Steve, from the angle. I mean, I think with it go through the defender's leg, the goalie's not really seen it till it's the top of him, but it's a good save. Needed that goal, United, to give everybody a little bit of a lift. Nice ball from Paul, but I think this is a great strike. Easy for Ollie. But the strike from Rudd to get it on target was tremendous from the angle he was at.
6 Premiership starts, 5 Premiership goals. And that Derby did manage to go 13 minutes at the beginning of this half without conceding. He managed only 5 at the beginning of the match. Strength again from Keane. Almost fighting each other off the ball now. Solskjær to Keane. Asking a lot of Scholes, though. Danny Higginbotham very nearly conceded the corner. Verón. Just short of Solskjær. Ducrocq, though, ran out of position. And this is Colin Todd's 10th match in charge of Derby tonight since taking over from Jim Smith. Not a particularly happy one for him. Van Nistelrooij. Well, it was a brilliant piece of initial skill that created the opportunity. Unfortunately, the finish wasn't quite up to that high standard.
It's just a pity the viewers couldn't see Roy Keane that he's left. I mean, it's a great turn here. Watch Roy make the run into the box. He turns here well. Has the shot. Roy screaming for it. You're not getting it, Roy. I'm in the 18-yard line. I'm going to have a shot. Unfortunately for Rudy, can't keep it down. Roy didn't like it.
Searching for his 12th of the season in all competitions. Roy Keane already has one tonight. Higginbotham's header. It's gone over everyone to Carbone and Ravanelli. Manchester United's clean sheet is just about intact.
I think with Laurent Blanc at his back, he doesn't realise he's there. They never really get a chance to make clean contact with it. He might give offside against Christie, but it's a great chance. But I think Laurent just puts him under a wee bit of pressure. Maybe gives him a little touch as well. It just knocks him off balance and he can't really make contact with it. Well, he didn't really. It's a poor effort, isn't it?
Well, with the goals going in at the other end, the clean sheet will be as important to United. Only 2 in the Premiership so far this season.
Of course it will, Steve. Defenders and goalkeepers love to see a clean sheet. They don't care how many scored at the other end as long as they don't let any in.
Scholes. Silvestre is on his bike again. This time Scholes has checked. aimed towards Gary Neville, but did the mopping up. Keane. Well, he wanted it back, Keane, he got it back. Van Nistelrooij has his goal. Goal number 12 of the season. He scores again at Old Trafford, and the front two may well embrace. It is 4-0 now, and this is just the sort of response everyone wanted.
It's not just a goal for Rudy, it's the wonderful football as well, Steve. Tremendous passing by United. They've been doing it all night. Wonderful passing, but great football again. I mean, I know Roy's the final passer. Nicky put Paul Scholes into Roy Keane. He doesn't stop it. First time into Rude. Thank you very much. I'm saying earlier on, he's desperate for a goal. He's got it. You never know, there might be more of it. But that's a great ball in from Roy Keane.
Derby have made a switch just after that goal. Burton has come on, and he's replaced Mawéné. So it's 4 at the back now, and Burton up front, the Jamaican international. But at 4-0 down, it's not an ideal time for the Derby striker to come on. And Nistelrooij. Silvestre. Burton the substitute. Malcolm Christie looking for Carbone. Has a little bit of space in front of him, Benito Carbone. Good block by O'Shea. Back to Burton. Commanding play as ever by Roy Keane.
You get the impression, Stephen, the scoring's not over.
I certainly get the impression they want more goals, that's for sure. Solskjær on a hat-trick. Ducrocq. Zavagno. And again, a signing from Todd. Ravanelli with the layback for Malcolm Christie, who injured himself in that attempt, which went over the crossbar.
Well, I think he got closed down very quickly by Blanc and John O'Shea, and that's why he didn't get any room to get a clear shot at goal.
He looks in a bit of trouble, Malcolm Christie. He had such fond memories of this fixture last season, of course.
I think he's had it awkwardly, Steve. Maybe he's just hurt his knee a little bit, or is it his ankle? But he didn't get a clean strike at the ball.
Well, they're smiling again at Old Trafford, and that's good to see.
A few more results like this, would lift the need. And the thing is, Steve, I mean, it's not just the 4-0 score, it's the way they've played. The pass has been excellent, and the working rate's been excellent. You'll be happy, Alex. Would have been a lot happier if they hadn't lost the 6 league games, but then so will everybody else. But hopefully this is the start.
It's not the restart of the match because the referee isn't happy. Mark Halsey, the 7th match in the Premiership this season. He's already officiated Derby once, that was their defeat at Spurs. Now he's going to officiate their defeat at Old Trafford. Confident play again from O'Shea. He wants it back, John O'Shea, and he's got it back. Looks for his options, and he's still going. Warm applause from the home crowd for that. And he's trying to find Van Nistelrooij, who's offside.
I mean, that's brave play, John O'Shea. Plays Van Nistelrooij and then goes for the return.
He's got to get back now, though. Nicky Butt was filling in. Beyond Burton. Zavagno. Well, the Old Trafford fans are now singing O'Shea, O'Shea. What a personal boost on only his second Premiership start.
Fantastic for him. What a lift for him.
Burton's ball in. Ravanelli has pulled away. And that's a fantastic save from Barthez. It's still at Ravanelli's feet. And Butt away. They want that clean sheet intact. Very nearly wasn't there for a second.
Great save.
Burton's ball in again. Scholes back there with a header. Now Laurent Blanc. It's a night for it for defenders. He was caught in possession though. Carbone. The offside flag is up against Derby. Well, Fabian Barthez has not had much to do tonight, but he's kept his clean sheet intact here.
Well, he's alert. I mean, the header back, and he's in so quickly there, Christie. Great strike. That's a magnificent save. When you do nothing all night, then you make a save like that, smashing.
Nicky Butt. Verón was looking for Nistelrooij. It comes to Scholes though. Just wanted it to open up for him. A challenge from Luciano Zavagno. This is Francois Grenet. O'Shea again with the interception. Silvestre's header. Ducrocq. It's an awkward one for the Derby defence to deal with. And the goalkeeper cannot pick it up now. Did well in the end, Andy Oakes. Now Butt and Scholes once more. United, who astonishingly haven't scored in their last two games. Still the Premiership's top scorers. 4 so far tonight. The offside flag is up there against Van Nistelrooij. Derby are going to make another switch. Boertien is coming on. Malcolm Christie's got a knock. So the youngster, signed from Carlisle United, is on. Malcolm Christie had such a glorious afternoon at Old Trafford last season for him and for his manager Colin Todd. It has not gone according to plan at all tonight. This is Carbone. Has done well. Well watched by Gary Neville.
Yeah, it had to be. Under a wee bit pressure, Gary. When you're under pressure, there's only one thing to do: get it out. Doesn't matter where it goes out.
Well, they kept battling Derby, to give them some credit. Boulder with the corner, away by Silvestre. Oh, that's good play. It was too strong for Burton. And then it's a goal kick to United. Beyond Burton, the Jamaican international. But it's much more like the Manchester United of old tonight. And Nistelrooij again. Just dropping a little deep. Derby not been able to deal with that tonight. Keane, who's been everywhere, trying to find Van Nistelrooij. Good slap from Burton. Well, any kind of result for Derby would have taken them out of the bottom three temporarily this evening. And never even saw the prospect of that happening.
No, I think United have been a bit too competitive for them, Steve, and the added beauty of the passing's made it very difficult for Derby. They've been chasing shadows nearly all night.
Chasing them now too with Scholes.
Just can't get that little bit of room, Paul, to hit one, can he?
Ravanelli looking for some room himself for his fellow Italian Benito Carbone. Aiming towards Burton. Cool play from Blanc. He knew what he was doing, didn't he?
Did the goalie?
They played with each other on over 40 occasions for the French national side. Communication there. Final switch of the night for Derby County. And that is in the form of young Adam Murray. And he's coming on to replace Pierre Ducrocq in midfield. Straight swap. So the 20-year-old is on. And the man on loan from Paris Saint-Germain for the season watches the remaining 17 minutes from the bench. Scholes thought he was going to hit one. Good crossing opportunity for Gary Neville. Couldn't beat Higginbotham. Keane. Oh, Van Nistelrooij might have another chance. He's trying to repay the favour to Scholes. They were trying to walk it in.
I thought Rudd should have hit it, Steve. Thought he should have hit it. Is he trying to give Paul Scholes a goal? I think at this situation he should hit it. He should draw his foot back and just belt it. He plays it, but he just touches that wee bit too hard, and the angle's too much for Paul. Gets it back across the goal, but Rudd just can't go on the end of it.
Verón. Gary Neville, who's been like a right winger at times tonight.
Done it well, Steve, as well. Need your full-backs to come down the lines in situations that we've got tonight with the formation.
Now Van Nistelrooij shakes his head. So too did the referee, though.
Well, they might have the case there. He'll have enjoyed himself, but I bet he'd like another goal, Steve.
So with this man, he's on a hat-trick. Solskjær trying to find Van Nistelrooij. Verón is outside of him. Van Nistelrooij! He looks at Verón. He also looks at the goal because he was not too far away from his second and United's fifth.
Yeah, he just wondered if maybe the shout from Verón. He's a little look to see him there. He just wondered if he changes his mind and he just drags it past the far post. Maybe if Sebi hadn't have called, maybe it'd have been in the back of the net. He hears the shout, he has a look. Just past the post.
That'll be a throw for Derby, who have struggled, as I said, defensively, but home and away have scored just 11 goals in the Premiership this season. Started the day 8 points behind United in the bottom three. And they know that they're going to have to show all the fighting qualities between now and the end of the season.
And that's a lovely little bit of skill by John O'Shea, wasn't it?
Van Nistelrooij got it back from Paul Scholes, but then couldn't get round Danny Higginbotham. Here he is again, though, to Verón. Difference today is every single United player now wants the ball.
Well, the pressure's unrelenting, isn't it?
Solskjær has stayed on his feet. And Higginbotham again gets the block in, only as far as Verón. All the tricks from Saber Verón. Is there a finish? Oh, just over Van Nistelrooij's head. Derby survive.
Great bit of skill. Brought the crowd to its feet again. Done that most of the night, Sebi Verón.
Ravanelli. Zavagno might come to the substitute, Adam Murray. Just showed a little bit too much of it through the United defence. Keane. There's a little slack from Butt. It's picked up by Carbone. And he's going to go for a long-range effort. Dwight Yorke is going to come on, and he's going to replace Nistelrooij, who scored his 12th goal of the season tonight. His 6th in the Premiership. He takes a rest. Final 12 minutes for Dwight Yorke.
He was the one that wanted the rest at the weekend. I'll tell you something, I bet he didn't want to come off tonight. He fancied himself to score a goal. And well, another one really. Let's hope this fella can get a goal to give himself a little bit of a lift as well, Steve.
Well, he scored against Derby at Pride Park last season in a game where he needed a lift. Not a bad time to come on. 4-0 up at home to Derby. Certainly a contrast to recent times in the Premiership. His only goal of the season arrived at that end against Derby's East Midland rivals Leicester. Short play again by Higginbotham. He had a busy old evening on his return. Carbone. Cool play by Boulder. Zavagno came off Blanc and then off Ravanelli. Comfortable again for Barthez. Now Burton has a bit of space, but he couldn't bring that under control. Well, they won't want to give away a silly goal at the end of the evening and spoil it.
No, you certainly don't. The defence won't want to give away a goal. It just looks nice when you've none against you. Another goal would be nice as well, Steve, just to finish the night off.
Verón has found Gary Neville. It's Verón once more. Oh, he was just trying to find Dwight Yorke. It's the breakdown in communication there. Zavagno for Derby. Well, United have won 3 of their last 4 home games against Derby. Last year, when the Premiership was being presented and already in the bag, was the only reverse. Tonight, normal service has been resumed, and Fabian Barthez is going to take a rest in a second as well. We understand that he may have a slight knock to his back at 4-0. Returning to winning ways, don't take any precautions. Burton with the shot.
Yeah, he's asking Mikel Silvestre to take the dead ball kick. Fabian Barthez. Well, so hopefully you wait to Mr. Carroll comes on before you take the kick, Mikel.
Well, he is holding his back. He's done his bit for the clean sheet, and he's going to entrust the last 8 minutes to Roy Carroll, who's going to make his 3rd Premiership appearance for Manchester United. There's a terrific reception. He's obviously been in the public eye in recent weeks as well. He's responded, and so too the team tonight. So Fabian Barthez, just with that little niggle. No precautions taken at 4-0 up. And Roy Carroll, who we saw last week play very well indeed in the reserves against Blackburn, has performed admirably on the times he's been called upon in the Premiership against Aston Villa and Sunderland, and in the Champions League against Lille. That's his first appearance at Old Trafford in a Manchester United
Well, we
shirt.
keep saying it, Steve. We see him all the time. Good goalkeeper. I'm going to use another word there that I'm not allowed to, but he is a good goalkeeper.
His first act is to be positive. His first experience of 67,000 people.
Yeah, he'll be quite happy with the way things are going from Old Trafford. He's done exceptionally well every game he's played. He has. As I say, we see him in the reserve team and he's outstanding.
Scholes brilliantly away from Carbone. That's the Paul Scholes of old, and that's a big fillip to see as well.
Yes, well, this is one of the good things about the game tonight, Steve. Well, I'm sure they've won it. They've won very comfortably, they've played very well, and what I love to be a lot of players. You'd never think players can lose confidence. Very easy.
Verón looking for Butt. That was a magnificent bit of vision again by Saber Verón. Almost came off for him. Riggott's clearance. Murray. Well, you always sense over the last couple of weeks there was one side going to come to Old Trafford and get a fairly convincing beating. Tonight, unfortunately for Derby, it's been them.
Well, I thought it might have been West Ham. I think we all thought that.
And all without that man as well. And Ryan Giggs, let's not forget. Not to mention Andy Cole, Wes Brown and Dennis Irwin.
Yeah, sad to have an injury list like that, isn't it? But that's part of football. I mean, he's got a problem with his back, Steve, not very serious. But you read some of the stuff that's in the press, my God almighty.
Dion Burton for Derby inside the last 5 minutes. Zavagno, Carbone, the challenge from Paul Scholes. Now Solskjær wants it early. He's got it early. And Solskjær up against Christie Riggott. He's got Keane outside of him. Here is Roy Keane. Oh, and he went for goal at a very tight angle and was denied by Oakes. But at 4-0 up, even the skipper can smile.
Well, he couldn't cut it back. I mean, it's a good ball from Ollie, but there's no way can he cut it back. Roy's got to hit it. He doesn't see MD in the box at the time. I mean, it's very difficult one to cut back, and why not go for it? But the goal is alert.
Verón. In towards Solskjær. Yorke's touch, away by Ravanelli of all people, who was back there. And then Carbone tried to search out Burton. It's a corner. Adam Boulder will take the corner kick for Derby. Silvestre away. Well, prior to the defeats against Chelsea and West Ham, Alex Ferguson had seen his side score in every Premiership game. Premiership's leading scorers, and they've been back to business in quite an emphatic and convincing way tonight. He butt in strongly. Ravanelli. Keane back there. And we've had a very busy night, the Derby back four, but were a back five. If it not for Andy Oakes, it would be certainly more than 4-0.
Yeah, she did a couple of great saves, the goalkeeper. And the 4-0. He's done very well, the lad.
Scholes is looking for Yorke. Is there a goal in it for him tonight? It's Dwight Yorke. Wouldn't quite sit up for him. Harry Neville in strongly. Just thought he might have had a chance to shoot there.
Well, he was hoping to shoot, but I just think the bounce took it away from him, Steve.
Here is Yorke. Solskjær. Is he going to set one up for Scholes? He'll try. It's Paul Scholes, and he has got his goal. 5 for the night. His first at Old Trafford this season. His third of the season. And if anyone needed and deserved a goal tonight, it was Paul Scholes, and he's got it.
Thank you very much, Ole Solskjær. Brings a smile to Alex's face, that. Well done, Paul Scholes. Something he needed. I mean, Ole Solskjær does tremendously well. You think Ole can shoot. He's on his hat trick. No, play it through. He does well. Paul drags it to the right. Nice little ball in from Ole. He's going to shoot, but just a little dummy. Just pull it to the right. Thank you very much. Well done, Paul. He was delighted with this Paul Scholes. Broken his duck at Old Trafford well this season. Hopefully that's the start of plenty more, Steve.
Well, that's the third of the season, second in the Premiership, and he's reached double figures in each of the last 4 seasons. Such have been the expectancy from Paul Scholes and his high standards. Looked much happier tonight, and he's rounded it off with a goal. Goal number 5. Certainly business as usual, the theatre of dreams this evening. Ravanelli. Well done, O'Shea. And then well done, Nicky Butt.
Well, I think Nicky Butt deserves a dead ball kick for that, because that certainly came off Boertien.
Inside stoppage time, and there will be 3 minutes of it. Derby will not be pleased to see that. United will certainly be pleased with their effort and their performance tonight. Keane. To Butt. And the passing that's been there throughout the 90 minutes is still there. And this man has been at the centre of most of it. Save of Verón. It's comfortable for Higginbotham, who, strange as it may seem, at 5-0 down, has not done too
done all right, hasn't
he?
He's done all right, Danny Higginbotham. He'll be quite pleased with his return to Old Trafford. He'll not be happy with the score, of course. His dad will.
Mixed emotions for his father this evening. Lifelong United fan, but of course will want his son to be on the winning side. That, in truth, was never, ever a possibility tonight, right from the off. It has looked more like the champions of last season against the team who survived on the final day of last season. Solskjær. They're never satisfied. I know there's more goals in this if they want it. Deep into stoppage time. But Keane. All the space here for Scholes. And he's found Sabre Verón. There's 3 waiting for the cross. Might go it alone, Verón. One trick too many. Normal service is resumed at Old Trafford. 2 for Solskjær on a night where Alex Ferguson has seen the desire and hunger is still there in large proportions, and he's seen a return to form quite emphatically as well. The Norwegian with 2 of the 5 to add to strikes from Scholes, Roy Keane and Ruud van Nistelrooij. The smiles back on the face of the Old Trafford faithful and back on the faces of the players as well. A big night has got the response that everyone wanted and needed, and most, in truth, expected. Much happier times. Business as usual, again for the champions and for Sir Alex Ferguson. Manchester United 5, Derby County 0.